Charles Neal is a master woodworker with more experience at the highest levels of the craft than any 10 of us combined. So when he offers some advice, people listen. Some time ago, he was helping subscribers of his online mastering woodworking class understand why they were having some problems getting finished quality cuts at the table saw. According to Charles, the solution is all in the wrist.
When I'm talking to you about it's in your wrist, here's the thing. When I'm pushing this, my hand is here, but in reality my fingers are pushing down, but my wrist, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to twist my wrist toward that fence. And I see guys, when they cut something, they're just shoving. What these guys are doing is when they do it, they're trying to push that way. As you exit the blade, the piece of wood can just very ever so slightly try to kick a little bit. It's not as tight on the front of the fence as it is in the back. This becomes more prevalent with a thin curved blade. And it's more prevalent when you're making a full, what we'll call an embedded cut, meaning you've got a wider piece of wood and that blade is buried in here and you've got wood on both sides. And where the problem gets to be even worse is if you're cutting something narrow and you're using a push stick. I've got a little bit of sandpaper, PSA paper on it. That allows me to push down and it allows me to drive it. So I can actually, when I'm pushing it, I'm of course pushing forward, but I'm also creating that little inward twist to stay tight to the fence. I've had a lot of guys, you know, when I'm ripping stuff to glue up, I'll join it, rip it, then I'll come back and lightly rip it again, and they're like, why do you do it the second time? If you will just make a grazing cut, just lightly skim that last cut. There's two things you notice. I'm moving pretty swiftly through there, which means I'm not going to get a burn, and I'm taking very little off, so I have very little resistance. I'm in total control, and so what that's allowing me to do is to get a nice, smooth, clean cut without burns and without having any chatter or wiggle, because I'm not removing a lot of material. And even with a thin curved blade, I'm not removing enough to, you know, even create me any pressure or any issue. And again, I know this is one of those things that's just kind of, yeah, we know that. But obviously there's a lot who don't realize that just that little tip about keeping your direction of push toward the fence and doing the skim cut, it just makes all the difference in the world.
I've learned more from Charles Neal than any other woodworker online. You'd do well to check out his website and consider becoming a member. I'll put a link to it in the notes below this video. This is the CRB7 router jig system from Empower Tools, and it does just about everything with amazing accuracy due to its clever micro adjuster. It's just one of the many product innovations from this small family-owned company. You gotta check them out at the link in the notes below this video. Wait, don't go yet. If you're new here, please subscribe and remember to ring the bell. I would really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up, or better yet, leave us a comment. I always read them. And be sure to check out the latest issue of Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal. It's always packed with tips, tricks, and tutorials designed to make you a better woodworker.